American Idol is on currently Sundays, ABC, and you've been a part of this show for a few years now. How
Yeah.
have how have you liked doing American Idol? And it's just been like, it's been around for so long. How do you think that the show kind of evolved after it, took a break and then you guys brought it back and it kind of feels like a different vibe now?
Yeah, I mean, I think first and foremost, me and Lionel and Katie as judges, we're about having fun on the
Yeah.
show, and we're about keeping it loose and not really worrying about our self promotion. And I'm not saying other judges did that. I'm just saying, like, it's funny. I mean, we catch a little flack as judges from time to time because we'll give some kids two and three audition opportunities if we see a glimpse of like a promise and something unique about them. They may not actually be the best singer that you hear on the show, but a lot of times we'll roll the dice on them because they got something magical in the room. I mean, sometimes the magic in the room gets lost on TV, but what I'm most proud of is I think that we just really have their end feelings and emotions in mind, and trying to motivate them to keep their dreams alive. You don't want to tell a kid just because they can't sing like an American Idol person, if they're an okay singer and they're not American Idol material, they may go on to be a prolific songwriter or
Right.
record producer, or they may. You never know. You don't want to. And I'm not saying the old Idol did that. I mean, I think we obviously, everybody knows that Simon was, he was told it like it is, and that was what made a lot of people watch. I think what makes people watch this day and age is it's a show you could really sit down and watch with your family, and you feel like you're not going to have to, you're not going to have to, tell your kids to earmuff it, if you got young kids watching. And I think you're going to have some emotional, there's always some really emotional moments. And I think Idol is really good at telling the stories of the kids and really telling stories that encompass America, and pulling, there's, no two kids that come in that room look the same. They're all from different backgrounds. And one kid is, from the Northeast with problems that kids in the Northeast have. And then some kids are from California, and their challenges being a kid from California is a completely different struggle than some kid from a poor rural area. And I think American Idol really does a wonderful job at telling all those different stories. And I'm just lucky enough to have a front row seat, and try to, I mean, even I watch it on TV and I'm like, we messed that one up. We probably should have sent them home, but it never hurts to give somebody maybe one more shot too. So,
Yeah, you're giving people hope.
I think people at home
even
don't
by
realize.
watching it. Yeah, a little
People
bit.
get so
What's
nervous too.
I said you're giving people hope. Like you said, it's not like, oh, you're completely done in this world now, that you're not like the greatest singer ever. You can take different paths. And then people watching at home are like, well, I kind of sound like that person, not like the greatest person ever. So maybe I can do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like, I look at icons through the years, that a lot of icons out there in music don't have the big voice that would have won American Idol. They have the creativity and the ability to write the songs that complement their voice. So, we and like I said, I mean, we this year, we've sent some head scratchers through, but I think that what the viewers at home need to realize, that when we send them to Hollywood, that means we have more work to do in Hollywood. I mean, it's like,
Right.
if we if we send more numbers through, then we're just kicking the can down the road. So if we're sending them through, that means we want to just try and see if they really show up with like I said, sometimes they're so nervous it's affecting their whole vibe.
Yeah.
But we see a sparkle in their eye. And like I said, sometimes, I mean, I lay awake at night and I'm like, gosh, I shouldn't have sent that kid home. And, you kind of want a mulligan sometimes, but hey, it's part of the role. It's what you sign up for. And I love being a part of the whole vibe of Idol. It's really inspiring and fun watching these kids, watching a kid go from some introverted kid that is really kind of not out of their shell, and knowing that your words encourage them and bring them confidence, and to watch your encouraging words start developing them into a confident person, and then they start believing in themselves. Is really, really fun to be a part of.
Yeah. Well, we saw that with recently, and I think what I'm about to bring up. Everybody was talking about it with Claudia Conway. She was nervous, and then you guys were like, let's try that again. And then she sounded better, and she opened up more. And people were talking about this everywhere. Obviously, her parents are very well-known people, and she's become well-known herself because of TikTok. What was your point of view from that experience, and now what the feedback is afterwards?
Well, I didn't, and like I said, in the room, her first, I can't remember. I think she got 2 songs on her first audition.
Yeah.
And I really wasn't impressed on the first one. And I did give her a no.
Yeah.
But she did grow a lot. And I think we caught, I think I even read some headlines where people are like, well, American Idol, they're sending her through to piggyback on her notoriety. And, I mean, I don't really look at stuff like that. I mean, we're in the room, we're seeing 30, 40 kids a day. And, I don't remember, did Claudia Conway come in as the 35th person, or was she the 5th person?
Right. I
just know she came in, and you know what? Lionel and Katie saw something in her to send her through. And, what? We've sent some talent through this year that didn't have, we've sent some talent through to Hollywood this year that didn't have as good as a voice as she did. So we're seeing, if there's some promise or there's something interesting, it never hurts to check it one more time in Hollywood. It never, and so I think that's kind of the situation with Claudia. I mean, do I think she's a great American Idol singer? Probably not, but will it be interesting to see if she does grow? I mean, she's still a 16-year-old kid with a lot of pressures and a lot of things that I mean, she puts her life out there certainly on TikTok, and I'm sure she's I don't really follow her on TikTok, but I'm sure she's a very polarizing figure. So even if we just sent her home, we'd be catching,
it goes both ways for sure. For sure. Yeah.
But anyway, I think it was an interesting moment, and it was pretty intimidating meeting her dad. Her dad was you're always worried that, I told her a no. So I'm like,
right.
Hope her dad don't go, checking out my taxes or something, try to, get me in any trouble with the government.
Right. All of a sudden there's a Lincoln Project video on Luke Bryan. Oh man. Yeah.